Today in Edge of Eternity Standard, we are replaying my ORZHOV aggro Skeletons deck with Lightstall Inquisitor and all the fun new cards. We are smashing, baby. Still in the top 1,000 Mythic, maintaining a 67% win rate over almost 4 hours of gameplay. Over 50 games, guys, smashing, mostly positive win rates, including against Azorius, guys. Out of control. This video will be a little more focused on tips and tricks, ways to play optimally, as I've seen people playing my deck and noticed some common mistakes. So I'm here to make sure you can smash with this deck. Let's get into it, baby. Let's go. Mythic! Mythic with a 4 rare deck. Let's go. Yeah! Smashing. Let's go. Hey, it's Mythic Mike. Guys, I love this deck and I love making some follow-up videos after people have played it so I can really see how it is in the meta and some common things that people might be missing up. I went over this deck tech in detail before. Check it out if you haven't. It is the same deck. But realistically, look, we got the haste skeletons going. We got Cecil, which can flip and is a great blocker. I mean, it's just a busted card right now. And then because of white, we were able to put in Lightstall Inquisitor, which is a great aggro card, messes up their hand a bit on a 2/1 body. This thing 4/1, it's menace. It's hard for them to hit, just does damage. This thing keeps coming back from the dead, baby. And then because we have white, we got some life gain through Sheltered, which can hit artifacts and things. And Requisition Raid, a misunderstood card I've noticed, which is amazing in this deck and in the meta. It can kill their Pinnacle, the new Temporary Lockdown, and those artifact decks, but it can kill an artifact enchantment and or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. I saw some people saying this isn't an aggro card, so it's only in here to counter the synthesizer deck. Not true. We have a good amount of 1-drops here and otherwise 2-drops. Then we'll have a wide board, and just playing 2 mana to do the +1/+1 is like if you have 3 creatures out and you do the 2 mana +1/+1, that's 3 damage haste speed that this is doing. And buffing our creatures is hugely important, including Servandum, right, which is sick, which we will get into. Also, like, buffing this into a 3/2 that's Vigilance is insane. So you'll see this thing actually comes in clutch a lot. Not to mention 3 mana to kill something and buff your creatures is insane. Our removal, just 2 stab and 2 of this -2/-2 that can be a -10/-10 if we warp something in like this, or if something dies. So we've gone over that. Now in terms of, and we have a great mana base, by the way. You can only play certain colors. Rakdos and Selesnya only have 8 rare lands, can't play aggro in it, is what it is. This is the best, right? One of the best mana bases, so is so clean. So look, some people have been doing well with my mono black aggro deck, and they've changed a couple cards, but with the general concept. But I just love white because, again, you can deal with board wipes and the life gain helps. Not to mention, like, this card and this card are busted, right? And you can do it so clean because the mana base is, this is the best mana base that exists with this many rare lands. So yeah, so things I saw misunderstood. One of them, Requisition Raid, using it on its aggro chapter a lot is one of the big things you should be doing. But additionally, Servandum, right? This is in here, even though it is not, this is not a self-sacrifice deck. Vigilance Menace, when another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a +1/+1 counter on this and gain life. Life's interesting. When it dies or is put in exile, if it has power 4 greater, destroy one target non-land permanent. You can increase its power with this and this as well, remember? But the thing is, you don't just want to play this out early and then start warping this in, usually. What you want to do is you want to play out your cards. Cecil always goes first. This will be the last of your 1-drops because it can have haste later with corpses. So in order to priority, it's almost always Cecil, followed by Lightstall, followed by Forsaken. If you really know they have removal, you could do Cecil, followed by Forsaken. In terms of 2-drops, almost always it's Sunset Saboteur is your best 2-drop to put up first because it'll do the most damage over time, followed by Timeline, followed by Servandum. So again, Cecil, Lightstall, Forsaken, and Forsaken you can hold, you know, as late as you can, where you still are playing things out. Obviously, if all you can do is play Forsaken's, play it. But again, the reason is later, if you have corpses, this can come in with haste, so it is very nice to save if you have other things to do. But Sunset Saboteur usually goes first, Timeline, Servandum. Now, timeline, just play it on its haste chapter, right? Like, don't just be warping it in just for the heck of it unless you need to get your life down. The one thing that does get tricky in this deck a little bit is Cecil, right? When it hits, deals damage to yourself equal to its power. Then if you have 10 or less life, it flips into a 4/4 lifelink, which is insane. And the best part is once it flips, you can play another Cecil, even though it's legendary, because they're not the same card anymore. So the thing is, you sometimes will want to be warping this in or tapping your starting towns before combat to make sure that you get to 10 life. Like, don't be tacking in with 13 life with this and forgetting the target step, like tapping this, because then it's going to hit you down to 11. It's not going to flip. Like, you had the ability to lose 2 life here, and instead you attack in here first. Like, you got to really watch out and try to get to 10 life here. Additionally, against mono red, sometimes you will want to save this as a blocker, especially if you're on the draw. It's an amazing blocker. It'll lose you a little life, but it will kill one of their things. So the main thing, I think, is how Cecil works, the ordering of the cards, requisition rate using it on its aggro chapter, and that Servandum really is a top end. So you play all your creatures out, then you play Servandum, you attack them with your creatures. Now, if they kill some of your stuff, Servandum will grow and gain you life. And again, this and this will come back. This will trade with anything. So realistically, they're not going to have good blocks, and this will get out of control. And then when it has 4 power, it's unbelievable. Corpses, remember not to bring it back to your hand if you have a bunch of other things you can do still. But if you're playing against control especially, or if you don't have something to do the next turn, bring this back to your hand and make sure that you are trying to play in a way that makes sense there. Last but not least, every once in a while you do want to kill your Forsaken Miner or something with a stab or tragic trajectory to force this to come back to your hand. Because remember, Forsaken comes back for a crime, and we have a bunch of things that commit crimes. Sunset Saboteur puts a counter on their creature. It's the downside when it attacks. That itself is a crime. So it is a little complex in the play patterns. And I think you'll get better over time. But remember, like, you really have to think out some of this stuff. And as you saw, we maintained a crazy high win rate. I think I had 73% over like the first 20 something games, and I'm at 67%. Remember, the first 20 something games were me climbing through platinum, and now I'm in the top 1,000 mythic. So the competition is harder, but we still maintained a very sick win rate, guys, and you should be able to too. Now, I will be making more decks. I've tried to make a couple decks, and I'm getting like 55% win rates, 50% win rates, including a very cool double spell dragon deck that I'm still trying to perfect. But I am going to spend some more time perfecting decks because I just enjoy it, guys. Hope you do too. Like and subscribe. Check out these games and keep smashing. All right, let's go. We're climbing back here, baby. Been trying some interesting decks. I've been trying... Ooh, I did mess up there, huh? Since I have 2 starting towns, I should have just played one. You know, it's things like that. Always be getting better. Hopefully it doesn't actually affect me. So here's like a decision point, right? Do you play Vondum and then you're going to bring this in later? And the answer, or do you play Timeline Color and a Forsaken? You don't play Vondum. You save Vondum for late. It is rather interesting. I actually am going to do this, though. You usually want to maximize damage output. And the maximal damage output is that, right? You get the same amount of damage as if you had just played it. Okay, so he's going, I guess, trying to get to the artifact guy. I guess the counter argument would be that these come in with haste later. For 1 cheaper. I think that still works, though. Alright, I mean, this deck's fast, right? But do you see, don't slow yourself down with Servandum. This Servandum is like, if he plays a blocker, then we can play Servandum. And like if he had 1 blocker, we play Servandum and this, and then the whole point being that whatever they block will buff Servandum. Additionally, when they kill this, you can keep warping it back. But Servandum, we only have 2, and we're not in a self-sacrifice deck. You're not supposed to play that thing early. Ooh. Okay. Bad news for him is all our stuff has haste, right? Wow. That's annoying. I mean, still bad news for him, unless he can get it this turn. Alright. He's got 1 turn on him. Let's go. No. So in terms of bringing this back, if you have other turns of cards to play, don't bring it back. You want to bring it back only like if my hand was pretty much empty. Let's go. All right, PRCO, let's go. So remember, Servandum is the last priority here. Cecil's always your first card. Really, legitimately always. Remember, against mono red, you can keep on blocks with it. Everything else you want to attack, though. Okay, I'm fine with that. Concealed Courtyard goes before starting town. Don't mess that up. Unless you really want to lose life, I guess. I mean, look how beautiful. Again, we are not. And also, by the way, Requisition Raid can kill that. Enchantment. Interesting. So that's white tapped, huh? So I think actually we might want to lose life here. Okay, so the plan, the reason why we're not killing this right now is we are hoping that he's going to do Pinnacle, and then Pinnacle Requisition Raid can kill Authority for consoles. It's an enchantment. Pinnacle, and put a +1/+1 counter on all our creatures, depending on how much mana we have, if we get 1 more mana. If we don't have 1 more mana, we can just still do a lot of good stuff. Now, if he doesn't have Pinnacle, what does that mean? If he doesn't have Pinnacle, what does that mean? Okay, so we will kill that so our haste threats can get in. Let's see if he has a counterspell. Ooh. Okay. Not the end of the world. We almost have a flip. He needs a board wipe, obviously. And we do have 2 more Requisition Raids. Getting that out of here. It also makes it 1 step closer to being 4 power. What's that last card? Oh, so he's a mill deck. Well, that's a little scary for you, sir, because my things I'm milling are, I mean, what you're going to mill is going to be a bunch of my stuff that I can bring back. And now we've taken Pinnacle out, or we've taken Authority. Authority is something you should try to target, by the way. The way I'm doing it in this deck. You don't really just want to leave it out there. Even if you have to use a Sheltered on it. Sometimes they drop 2 and you're like, oh no, right? Okay, it should be game. Should be game, right? How we do it, baby. Targeting Authority, because Authority... what's funny is Authority messes up this deck. It messes up my Gruul Haste deck even more, right? Does that mean actually... Yeah. Dude, we can't lose, baby! All right, Hobbit Dragon, are we going to make it back in the top 1,000 Mythic? I feel like it. I feel like it. All right, so here, when you have an option between Concealed Courtyard and Starting Town, always do Concealed Courtyard. Always play, since this stays out, usually you want to play this, even though it could have haste later. If we had nothing to do, we would play this. Clockwork. Again, this is 2 or fewer, this is 2 or fewer too, but we are going to do this one. Usually, if you have an option between any of the cards in this, unless they just really jam up the board, you should play this because this will do more damage over time. Also, saving the haste spell is very nice because they won't expect it. Let's see. So I know we're both losing life there. And you could say he's a burn deck, why do it? Well, we are going fast. I mean, it is lethal presenting, right? So if he just attacks, he loses. If he only saves 1, he loses. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I should just still be game, right? Let me think here. So if he blocks this and this, that's 9. If he blocks this, 4, 6, 8. So maybe I should put it on a different one. It's hard to tell. So I'm hoping he doesn't have a burn spell. Alright, so he's trying to get something. Maybe a land so we can kill it. Alright, so now he should be dead, huh? These are beasts. Obvious. Whoa. I mean, he's just dead. He can block one of them. 4, 6, 8. Unless he's got, oh, shoot, he has burn. Interesting. So that's 6, huh? That is a crime, remember? So he did mess that up. That's a tough decision for him, right? I don't even have to put damage on Screaming Nemesis. Okay. I will block with Sunset Saboteur, I believe. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not enough, right? No. 3, 3, 10. I understand that, but here's your problem, sir. Is that. That's your problem. That, and then we can do all our stuff, but all we need to do is that. Menace for the win, baby! Oh, it's too easy, baby. Too easy to climb with this deck. Let's go. TCG, let's go. Wow. Talk about a, I think we do it. We're a little all in on it, but it's, I guess not. We've got a corpses too. I do have a mono black, but I like this version because we life gain in addition when we need it, and additionally ways to kill the artifact stuff, including the pinnacle temporary lockdown thing. Alright, that seemed like no stick, right? It sure did. Alright, so if he can't kill it this turn, which doesn't look like because he didn't have 1-drop removal, unless he's got the sacrifice spell, then we are just gonna keep going. Sheltered? Heck of a card, man. Heck of a card. So I usually like to save the decision on this till later, but you definitely don't want to just put it down if you have a stab up. Wow, so he's just dead, huh? I mean, I don't think he's dead this turn, but whatever, no matter what he does, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Yeah, so almost always play those things like that. Dude. As much as I love mono black, and some people have been having success with either my mono black build or a slightly revised one. Someone, I think taking out 2 of the fellow thing, the 3-drop that helps you draw cards, and putting in 2 stabs is a good change there. Because I was trying a lot of the new cards from my early access deck. I think having 4 of the fellow things is too much. Whatever they're called. The 3-1 that can kill their thing and or your thing, and then the whatever you kill draws 2 cards. I think just having a couple is the way. But I mean, I just mean, my God, right? Like, white really, really helps. Remember Requisition Raid? We could kill that and buff our creatures. So, I mean, white gets Lightspell and Sheltered in our Skellies. I think it's worth it. All right, Bunda. We are still in the top 1,000. Smashing, baby. I have been trying a few different decks. I will play the black in case it's aggro, so we can play stab. I have a very cool deck. I can't get it above 50% win rate, though. The bummer. I played like 30 games with it, and I keep trying different options. It is a double spell dragon deck, so we're gonna see. But in the meantime, I'm going to teach you how to pilot this bad boy, because a lot of people have said they had positive experiences with it, while some did not. And I got to make sure you all got it, baby. So I think we don't have super tough choices right now. Some people were saying that, okay, we will pay the 2 life. Oh my God. Do we really give him it? That's wild, huh? I guess we do. So you know what's funny? In my in the dragon deck I was making, there's that 4-mana dragon that kills one of their lands and then brings another one in tapped. That is so bad versus landfall. Oh, did he win? Oh no. Oh my God, we lost. Jesus. All right, that was unfortunate. All right, GJ Fitwebs. Looks good. Looks good. I'm only doing that because it's a red deck, so we do want to maintain our life total. You really have to save this, though. Don't be playing it when they have mana out. Now, if he just drops a 2-drop, I'll probably just play. Well, let me think here. Let me think. Do I play it? He can kill it with any burn, and he probably has burn. That being said, he could be a buff deck, and I think the slowdown is worth it currently. We'll see. Yes, no mana. It's a problem for him. So if you see the play line, by the way, it is going to be Requisition Raid, which goes to my point again. This is an aggro card too. It's not just artifact or enchantment. Also, there's a lot of creatures that are artifact and enchantment, right? And the reason is we need to, with speed, get our Forsaken Miner outside of a burn spell, right? Being able to hit it. A 1-drop burn spell can't really hit it right now because he has to pay 2, even if he dropped a mana. So the fact that we buffed it like that is huge. If you miss that and you play a Servanum instead, all he has to do is get a land and do a shock, right? Or something like that. These are legendary, huh? Remember not to waste your Forsaken. This also gains life, by the way. This also gains life. Poor guy, huh? Vigilance, vigilance. Oh, perfect. Oh, I wish he actually killed it, but... Do I want to turn this into a 3 and gain a life? Don't think so. So we did get his land. What does that do, though? This is probably a fling deck? Yeah. Okay. So his only problem is we can attack in with Forsaken and gain some life. I know we can buff it. Sometimes it's worth it, though. Oh, wow. Again, this is also an aggro card. We will be doing that all day. So remember, this is a play. Choose that you wish to keep. We keep this one. It does get to 4, and now it will kill a non-land permanent. That did lost a life and gained a life, right? So he's going to block it. He's going to buff it, I assume. Makes sense. That is the best buff spell he could have gotten. Okay. Can he do 26 is going to be the question. Oof. Oh no. Oh no, it's going to be our loss. You can see our line of thinking, though. It was a little... I mean, there's some math involved. Okay. So obviously, if Servandum just somehow survives, I will win. What do you guys think? It's looking a little scary. I assume there's a fling in here. Oh no. Well, I have a deck that does this too. It also has green though. Oh no. Did he actually just win? Oh no. Should I have warped it to make it 6? I don't think so. Remember, these have vigilance. Are you not entertained? Let's go, baby. We're climbing so fast. All right. Let's go. So, I mean, to be honest, I do like replaying decks and showing tips and tricks. And this one has a little less tips and tricks than the Gruul build, which I think everyone was misplaying entirely. But at the same time, I think there are things to notice. Like Servandum, don't play it early is a big one. Now look, if we have nothing else to do next turn, using Requisition Rate, okay. It's rather interesting, actually. That's a red. You know what? I think we are going to do it to be mana efficient. But like if we had the haste thing, we would have done that instead. Servandum usually is best late. I believe Boros is our weakest matchup, unfortunately. But whatever. Which one? Which one? I think we do go the haste route. I know we could have waited, but I think it's the play. Smashing, baby. Interesting, right? So do attack first if you're not going to play something that buffs your board or has haste or something. It is just generally better. Is a board wipe incoming? Well, that shows probably not. You wouldn't counter something without haste if you had a board wipe. Okay, so this... Well, let's see. Too easy. We could have killed his Pinnacle too. Let's go. Oh my god. Alright, strategist. This deck rocks, baby. This deck rocks. Also, for people that are like, why aren't you trying Rakdos and other things? Rakdos and Selesnya only have 8 rare lands. It's kind of a waste of time to even try Rakdos or Selesnya right now. In an aggro deck. Unfortunate. They would have to be so much better in terms of card quality than every other deck for it even to work. Unfortunate how that works. Man, Inquisitive Glimmer's annoying, huh? I needed any of my removal spells. Dab, Tragic, or Sheltered. This is... Oh, that's an enchantment. Or Requisition Raid would have done it. Oh, we need Requisition Raid. Where is that going? Oh yeah, you can do it. Discarding a card. Okay. Oh yeah, it makes it cheaper, huh? Okay. So this is a problem. Is this going to be our loss? Is this going to be our loss? Looks like it. Okay, how can we win this? Ward 2. So all we need is one of our removal spells. Oh my god, Authority. These people. These people. Alright. Let it go through one more time. Okay. Thank you, sir. 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. Which one? This is 2 toughness, but it won't really change anything. This is vigilance. I guess I want to put it on the thing that... Oops. Okay. Did we save ourselves? Shoot. This restless bird, huh? The restless bird. No. We're going to have to attack. That's not going to be good. Okay. 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 Ooh. Are we here? I mean, how many turns can you survive this, sir? Gremlin Tamer. Choose a card. Alright. I feel like one more removal spell and we'll just win, right? That is not an enchantment itself. Ah, shoot. We also can't really buff it out the way. That is an enchantment, that's an enchantment, that's an artifact. Does he have a counter spell? And would it be 3? I'm gonna play around the counter spell. I know I could have killed some more stuff, but like I could have killed an artifact and an enchantment. Remember, that's a crime to bring back corpses. Wait, how is he going to get that? Interesting. Oh no. That sure is interesting. So I'm going to leave it there just to get the extra counter, and I'm going to move it because I want removal. Oh god. We can't bring him back, unfortunately, because of console. Which we could have killed in another world, but we didn't. Oh no, he can win still if he sees it. Oh, he doesn't see it. Okay, it's still a little problem. Shoot. Can't win them all. Good game, sir. Good game. All right, baked potato, let's go. Reasonable hand. All right, is he just doing this shenanigans? Is he just doing this shenanigans? Let's see. Is it thing? Is it cauldron? 2 life, huh? All right. So I am going to do this for one reason, and the one reason is these will have haste after corpses. Otherwise, I would have done these first. We do have an answer to kill some stuff. Wow. Maybe I should have killed that Identic. Cauldron is gone. What does that mean? Very interesting. Fine. Sheltered probably will be a big hit. Let's go. We're going to just smash back after that loss. That was a tough loss, huh? It happens, though. And I'm not showing games in order this time. I mix some things up. And look, I had like a long loss against Control. I'm not showing it. It is what it is, man. I showed you stats. I showed you stats. Ooh, interesting. So yeah, that's not good for us. That's not good for us. Because he can use the cauldron thing, right? Let me think here. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2. So that's just game. If he doesn't have Spell Pierce. I also obviously was planning on just doing that. 3, 3. So 4, 4, 4. Yeah. All right, let's see if there's stick. Well, I guess there wouldn't be stick until... This is an aggro card, baby. See that? Ooh, I think we're gonna end on that. Where are we at? Oh, smashing, baby. This deck is a climbing masterpiece. Remember to use that requisition raid aggro just for 2 mana. Let's go. Smashing, let's go.